today I wanted to show you this look. So something a little bit darker, something with a bit of shimmer for Christmas, more for those of my subscribers who live overseas in the cooler climates. This is using the Anastasia Renaissance palette, and you can tell it is very well used. I'll show you the cover. There we are. So it is a bit used. So anyway, I'll go through and I'll show you this look. Let me know what you think. Today I'm just prepping my skin with some of this serum by Banish. This is a new skincare product that I have been sent. So this is really good for your dark spots. It has vitamin C and E oil. Then I'm going to go in with the vitamin C cream. This is their lightweight brightening moisturizer. So I'm just massaging that into my skin and down my décolletage. This is their beautiful eye cream, and it's an instant lift, and it really helps to brighten up that under eye area. So I'm massaging that in as well. I'm just going to pin back my hair a bit better for you. Get that out of the way. I'm going to use the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette today. But before we begin, this is the primer. It's the Mineral Primer by Youngblood, and I'm just pressing that in. I'm going in with the L'Oreal True Match foundation today. Now, instantly this always looks like it's a little bit yellow for me, but once I start buffing it in and really blending it into my skin, it works out quite well. But initially it is that little bit darker than I would actually like. The shade that I have, I'm just trying to find it for you, is the True Match, and it is called the 4D 4W. It's a warm undertone. So I'm just buffing this in with the Real Techniques foundation brush. These are great foundation brushes, really good to just buff in your foundation with. Now I'm going in with the Makeup by Mario. This is one of his sticks. Now this is a contour stick and it's in light. So I'm just creating a little bit of shape on my face and using the opposite end of this contour stick to buff it into my skin. Just really creates a nice little bit of shape to the face. So today I am going to do a slightly darker look. It has been requested by one of my subscribers just to do something a little bit darker since they are in Europe and they want to have a little bit more makeup on for Christmas. So this is a highlight and cheek tint. This is by Silk Oil Morocco, and I will link the color as well. It's called Pretty Woman. Now, the first shade that I'm going in with is a light sort of purple, or I would call more of a mauve shade. Now, I'm placing this in the outer corner of my eye with a fluffy brush. This is one of the BK Beauty brushes, and it is a nice fluffy brush. It's quite a large one. This is the 201. So just really blending that into the outer corner and up into the crease. Then I'm going to go in with a slightly smaller fluffy brush. Same, it's a BK Beauty brush. This one is I don't actually have a number on this one. Oh, it's the 211. So just going into the inner corner there and really meeting that same shade up the top and running a small amount under the lash line as well. So this is really the basis for this look. The next shade that I'm going to go in with is going to be a little bit darker. Hang on, I'm just going to buff this in again. I always like to repeat these steps to just really give a really good shape to that eye socket before going in with a darker shade. So this is a much darker shade, a much more detailed brush by BK Beauty, and placing it right into that outer corner. Now just bear with me, I'm also popping it into the inner corner. Now this is where you really need to trust the process here, because it will look like I've just had a bit of an incident with my eyes and they look a little bit bruised or bloodshot. But bear with me, it will come right. So once again, just blending that color out all over and kind of meeting it a little bit in the middle socket line there. Just making sure we've got those darker shades on the inner and outer corner and blending out through that socket line once again. So there is a little bit of repeat blending here. I will pop a small amount of that shade just under that lash line and blend it out as well. Now we're going in with the gold shimmer. This is the bright gold shimmer from that Renaissance palette, and I'm placing it on with a flatter brush and really pressing it into the middle of the eye there, right on the ball and right up to that crease. I'm just going to blend that out so that it isn't past the crease line. I'm using one of Fernando Hervas eyeliners. This is in black. It is a gorgeous creamy shade. You can see how easy that just comes on. And I'm just doing a very, very tiny baby wing there. And same on the other side. I'm using black because I do want to create that little bit more drama and just really have that nice sort of darker Christmas look, or festive look I should say. This is the Nude by Fernando. It's the other eyeliner. This is great for the waterline to really give that a bit of a pop. Finally got my White Night mascara back again, and this has two ends. This is the volume end, and then there's also the lengthening. So two wands, and it really helps to just add. I did add a bit more off camera. It's quite difficult to do this via the phone. Adding some of the M.A.C Studio Fix concealer, just to some of the places where I'd like to conceal a little bit of redness, but also create a little bit of highlight as well. I'm going in with a very detailed brush. This is one of the Morphe brushes by Ariel, and it's the flat concealer brush, and just pressing that in under the eye just to create a little bit more drama and clean up that eye area, down the nose as well. I always do this really carefully because I don't want to take off all the product. I do like that little bit of shadow underneath the eye, and I'm just using my finger here to just press it in and really clean it up. Going back in with the initial foundation brush here just to blend it out. I'm using the same Studio Fix just underneath the brow there and in the inner corner, just to really highlight that area. So I'm just blending that out with my flat brush again and pressing it in with my finger. So just getting it nice and detailed, and this just really helps to bring that eye out and just give it that sort of drama that it deserves. The colors are really coming out well now. So once again, just blending it with a very detailed brush, using my finger just to press that in. Now I'm going to set this straight away. This is the Mineral Rice Setting Powder. It's a loose one. I just don't want that product to go anywhere, and then buffing out the edges with that same brush that I used in the beginning. This is a new product from me. It's by Silk Oil of Morocco, and it is the Fiber Brows. So it's in light. I'm not so sure how to use it, so bear with me. I've placed the product on, and then I'm just combing it through with a spoolie, a clean spoolie. So it isn't as sharp, but I think if I do try and use this a few more times, I'll get used to it. Adding a little bit of more color to my cheeks because I feel it needs it now that we've really spiced up this look. That's the same color called Pretty Woman by Silk Oil of Morocco. Now, to prep my lips, I'm using the Pout lip liner by Youngblood. It's a really nice neutral color. This is just going to help give myself a little bit of a lip line and also make them slightly fuller. This lipstick is by Lulu Lips. It is beautiful. It kind of reminds me, it's called Franklin, and it reminds me of a color that my mum used to use, a Dior color. So I really do like this shade. It's not too pink and it's not too burgundy either. This is the Poni Cosmetics Contour. So this is the chocolate bronzing contour. I love this little palette because it does have a couple of shades in the one palette. So I tend to use the darker shade to carve out my cheekbones and just use the slightly warmer shade around my chin and on the top of my forehead there. Pressing in some of that loose mineral powder just under the eyes to really set that makeup, and underneath the cheekbones there, cheeks, just to really give it some definition. I've gone back in with that chocolate bronzing powder, and I'm just detailing my nose and giving that a bit of a contour as well. Now I will take out my hair. I really hope you like this look. Wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and a happy and safe holiday season, and see you in the new year.